Hello there. I want to quickly, if I can, show how to use your audio WAV files to your advantage in Eclipse. You can't hear the audio here, but you can rest assured that there is audio if I could press play and you could hear it. So you've done your file here, you've edited the file, now you're at the end and you want to merge in another file. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find my other file and I'm going to call it file check 1. So I take that file and I've merged it in. Now, as we all know, if you go here and you press play on the audio, you're not going to hear anything. So the question is, well, how do I make it play at this point forward? And the long answer would be you go here to your menu, your folder where your files are at. I like to do it through Windows Explorer. Some prefer to do it through Eclipse, but you'll get the point here. You have to go here, you find the file, it's called file check, as you can see up here, and here's the WAV file. Now remember, we merged in this part here, which was the file check 1, and that is over here somewhere. You have file check 1 WAV file. Actually, I moved some files around and I renamed it. But if you wanted to make file check 1 come up, you would have to take this file here. Let me reset this real quick. I've got it down here at the bottom. There's file check 1. Okay, so now you have your file check WAV file, and you have this one. You'd have to rename this one something different, and I want to call it file check Z. And then you would have to go up here and again take file check 1 and then call it just file check. And that wouldn't work. That would work then at that point. So now you've got the new WAV file that you renamed that was file check 1, and now you've called it file check. So at that point you can go in here and edit the second part of the transcript. The easier way to do that is to just go in here to your job variables at this point and do Shift-Alt-V, type in WAV equals file check 1.wav or whatever the WAV file is that you just merged in. And remember, we merged in file check 1 and call it file check 1.wav. WAV equals file check 1.wav. That is the easy way to quickly be able to go to your next file that's in the same file when you merge something in. So let's say, for instance, I'm over here and I'm editing, say I'm in file check 2. So I have it here. I go to the end. I hit read file. I go find, say, file check 3. Here it is. And I merge that in. Now I can listen to file check 2, but when I get to this point, I can go here. I can do Shift-Alt-V, WAV, equals file check 3.wav. Whatever the name of the WAV file is, that is the second file you read in. In this case, it's file check 3 equals wave.wav, and here you go. So if you were to be able to listen to the audio, which I can't play here, you would hear that I've got this one here is now being able to play the file check 3 file because that is what this file was that I merged in. Now let's say, for instance, that you need to extract out something, and let's pretend this file was 100 pages long with multiple hearings within it. And let's say you need to extract out this part here. You would highlight what you want, and I'm going to do an Alt-W to write a new block, and I'm going to call it file check, call it file check 2 underscore 2013 extract. So what I've just done is I've extracted a file from another file into a new file. And here it is, file check 2. And there's the extract, and that's all I have. Now because I called it file check 2 up here and then underscore cause number, extract, readme, whatever you want to call it here, you're not limited really by just anything other than your imagination. Normally I will put the cause number here. So I've got file check 2 is my master file, which was this file before, remember, over here. I extracted it out and I call it file check 2 2013 extract. And it will play either one of those files. And you can see here I've got file check 2 underscore 2013 extract, an ECL file. There's no WAV files with it because the file check 2 WAV file will play anything in this file. So this is how you're able to use Eclipse and use the audio files and be able to perhaps read files into another file and then be able to listen to the audio. The nice thing about doing it this way with the truncating is what we call it, is you can edit the file in the master and get it all worked up, all 150 pages or whatever you need to do. Then you can extract that out into a new file, put your front pages on, your cert pages or whatever. And if you see something at the last minute you need to fix, because you've got the truncation there, you're still able to hit the audio play here and double check and make sure that you did it correctly and not have to go back over to here, play the file. Okay, that's what they said. Go back over here, correct it here. You can just listen to it in this file the same as you could in this file. And so that's the nice thing about using this truncation feature is when you truncate the file and put like a cause number or whatever, because you used the first part of the name, file check 2, as is called the master down here, you will be able to hear the audio, which is kind of nice. The last thing I would like to stress is before you do any of that, make sure that you've taken all of these files and backed them up that you're fixing to use, so that if something happens, something gets messed up, you have them saved somewhere on an external hard drive, or if you look in my case, I have Google Drive and I have SkyDrive. So if I needed to manipulate these files and I was going to mess around with them and I hadn't backed them up yet, I can highlight everything here that I want to, stuff like that, whatever. I can copy it, Control C, or you can do a right click, copy, and I can go over here to my Google Drive and my SkyDrive and put them wherever I need to put them so that I'm good to go. So I hope that helps, and with that I will close.